I don't. I'm pretty excited this morning because I'm gonna try the apple cider vinegar local honey tonic to see if that will help me with my allergies. Not bad. Sure hope this works. What did you have for breakfast?
Pancakes.
Oh, that's pretty exciting.
Just haven't done charge of them.
Yeah, you
I
made.
wish I could have another one.
Yeah.
So I just had two little ones.
You gonna tap?
You smiles?
Yeah. I'm over that. Oh, good bird. Good job, buddy. You ready to go to breakfast? Hey, Leia, you gotta stay here. Doggy dog. Bye-bye, Leia. You stay here. We are on our way to breakfast. Leia, no. Stay. Look who we picked up.
I don't know what happened.
Thank you to those of you who commented to let me know about the apple cider vinegar.
Did it help?
Well, I just did it this morning, like 20 minutes ago.
We didn't eat ice cream yesterday.
Woo!
Late at night, we wanted it, but we decided to have sushi instead.
Which probably has just as much sugar in it. But, you know, baby steps.
Same spot as last time. Today's business meeting has been really cool. It kind of gets into the heart of why we started these things. Last night we were driving and I realized I have all these things in my head that feel really unaccomplishable. In fact, I identified 4 things that are really they're just always on my mind. The first is there's this book that I felt like I was supposed to write like years ago and I still haven't done it yet. The second is this vlog. It's just like, it's like this monkey on my back. Every time I finish an episode, it's like, great, good job. You got a new one tomorrow. The third thing is I really want to do math with my kids. I do math like once a week. I really love it. And I feel like I'm teaching them something that's really valuable. And the final thing is we're about ready to buy this house and I want to like fix it up with my kids. I wanted to do that with the last house, the $7,000 house, and that didn't happen. And when I look at my schedule, I just don't see all these things like fitting in. Normally I would just like constantly be stressing out about it and not realizing it. But this time I decided to try something different.
I was really surprised that Ben just said last night, seemingly out of the blue, I feel really overwhelmed. And I said, do you want to talk about it? And he said, no, but I will. And then he just started sharing his heart, you know, that he wants to do all these things, but he doesn't know how to do all these things and what to prioritize, and that they're all important to him. I immediately started brainstorming. I immediately had energy and ideas to give to him, and it was really neat for me to be able to come into that place that I didn't even know he was stressing out about it.
Cami helped me with some things that seemed really basic to her, but for me, I had hit these like kind of blocks in my head and I wasn't able to take it to the next step. As a man or a dude, I want to like do it on my own and show Cami the finished product. In a way, I'm powerless to get these, what are pretty big tasks all by myself. So telling Cammie about this was a huge step for me and our family, and I think I need her help. We as humans were never meant to face these problems alone. So if you can't accomplish them, you're totally normal. What tasks do you have that are stuck in your brain that are probably never going to happen, or at least it's going to be really difficult and you're not supposed to do alone? And who should you tell about that? And I hope you guys do that. So leave that in the comments below.
True intimacy that provides the opportunity for deeply giving and richly receiving is not possible. What is possible is not oneness, but nearness. Those who have been abused, they want nearness to keep at bay the overwhelming hunger they have to be. My first sexual experiences with intimacy were one of abuse. It was an abusive form. And so it's really scary for me with my husband to enter into that. However, I want to be near him and I want to do things with him, and I'll occasionally throw him a bone with like having sex and whatnot, but it scares me to death to have to really be one with him. This is The Wounded Heart, Hope for Adult Victims of Childhood Sexual Abuse by Dan Allender. I would recommend this book. I feel like it's actually not even just for sexually abused people. I feel like I'm learning, there's a lot here for just people who have come from dysfunctional homes.
This section that she's reading right now is saying that she, because of her trauma, was afraid of oneness, and she's going to gravitate towards someone else that's also afraid of oneness, which with a lot of the porn stuff I was talking about yesterday, I was afraid of oneness and incapable of it. But what we found is a lot of people, they point the finger at one person in the party and they say, oh, he is the infractor and she's the victim. But almost always both people have things that they can do to fix the relationship.
To traumatized people that marry, one of two things can happen. Either they can start getting help. Even if one person starts getting help and healing, then the other person usually is affected positively and finds healing too. Or you live parallel lives as a replacement of true intimacy.
I'm like 7:30 comes, like 8 o'clock comes. I'm like texting her, oh my God, are you okay? Please call me. Let me know what's going on with you. You know, I'm like really concerned.
Yeah.
So we went door to door. Well, I found his house. He's in India. Her dog is at his house. She's supposed to be taking care of it. She is in Key West. I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't you tell me that? Why'd you let me waste my money on it?
So that took up much more of the vlog episode than I thought it was going to, but I'm okay with that because those issues are some of the most important issues in our marriage and in the ongoing health of our family. Most of our life, growing up in the church and religious places, we always saw ourselves as healthy. We're like, oh, we're fine. Those people out there, they're the ones that have the problems. And I don't believe that anymore. In fact, I don't believe that about anyone. In fact, the more religious you are, you probably have the most problems.
And we felt like we didn't have the liberty to say we're not fine. We felt like we had to have it all together.
Absolutely. I assume now that we have issues and we have problems. When our kids come to us and they're like, hey, you jacked us up, I'm gonna be like, you know what? You're probably right. So please, 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 if you're watching this and you're like, oh man, those people out there, they have problems, I want you to at least consider what would it look like to approach the world as if maybe you have been hurt and you have a problem sexually or otherwise. We think it's a better way to live.
The most dangerous kinds of people out there are people who think they're okay and think they don't have any problems, they don't have any faults. They're the most dangerous. people who know they have problems and know they're jacked up and are at least trying to deal with it and own up to it, those people don't scare me.
Want it? Look at its hail. Look at that, it's
Jeez, that's huge.
It hurts. Leo.
Ice balls.
Look at this one.
That is crazy. Oh, jeez. Get back, get back, get back. Hey, I'm a friend. Listen. Fresh baked English muffins. Man, I really want a bite of ice cream right now. I didn't do it.
We're heading over to Mom and Dad Crawford's for Din Din.
Oh, I know. But did anybody die?
We're gonna be talking about the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And also, we don't know how to do it right, if there is a way to do it right, but we're gonna try it out. And most of the things that we've done have started out this way, because when we're sharing things with our kids, it's okay to get things wrong, we believe. That was really cool. We talked about, in the Feast of Unleavened Bread, they were supposed to celebrate this feast for a week right after Passover, when the people got delivered from slavery. And they're supposed to celebrate it for like all time. So we talked about what type of slavery we live in now, and that this whole week is a celebration of being delivered from that slavery, which is more inside of us now than on the outside.
Come on, show us that shirt. Oh wow, that's amazing.
Look at this. He gave me one.
That is, oh.
Look, I got one.
That is so great. You really are our biggest fan.
That's right.
Ah.
That is so cool.
And you know, I'm all concerned. We're thinking she's dead in the river somewhere, you know. I mean, because she's just not this type of person. Oh my God. People are so freaking fake. You can't believe anything they say.